How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my FIFA mobile channel. Brand new round of matchups have literally just been released, and as always, every single Thursday on this channel we are going to be running through them, checking them out, and I'm going to be giving you my predictions as to who I think is going to win, draw or lose. So first things first, then we should probably cover last week's results. Last week EA actually gave us 5 matchups. I think it was 5 matchups to try and predict. Usually it's 4, but we had 5 last week, which all that did was just gave us an extra chance to try and get 4 to try and pick up that player or the coins if you wanted to do that. Unfortunately then, Schalke actually beat always say Bayern Munich, almost beat Dortmund. They beat them 2-0 with a fantastic free kick, securing the second goal from Naldo, so we got that prediction wrong. Unfortunately, we did go with Benfica to beat Porto. Porto actually scored in the 90th minute and secured the 1-0 victory in that fixture. However, that's all the bad news done. Lazio versus Roma did end in a draw, which is exactly what we predicted. So our first matchup point is coming in there through that fixture. Next up then, we went over to the Austrian League, where I did back Rapid Wien, SK Rapid Wien, to pick up a victory, which is exactly what they did as well. Away from home, fantastic for us, our second matchup point for the week. And then finally, guys, we did have PSG versus Monaco. PSG had to win the Ligue 1, I believe. And they absolutely, I think they put 7 goals past Monaco. It was such a beating. Monaco actually agreed to refund every single fan that attended the match. So obviously, PSG at home, we backed them to win. And thankfully, that was our third prediction of the week correct. That does mean, unfortunately, we are going to be having to open 1 matchup pack, and we are going to be having to spend 1,000 FIFA points to pick up the 4th before we can go ahead and pick up last week's matchup player. No elite in there, unfortunately, no matchup player, but that is the 4 matchup points needed to unlock the Serbian midfielder. 85 rated, there he is. Obviously, if you didn't want to go for the player last week, you could have gone with the coins. Moving on to this week then, we have Gnabry, 85 rated striker, who, if we can actually click on him, looks pretty decent. 108 pace with 84 shooting and 99 agility. Looks absolutely amazing. And then we've got Upamecano, I think that's how it's pronounced at least, from the Bundesliga, 85 rated centre-back. And I think I may be correct in saying our first matchup centre-back this season. I can't think if there has been... I'm trying to think, out of every single matchup video that I've recorded every single Thursday, has there been another centre-back? I can't remember, but we've got 2 players to choose from this week. And as always, if you don't want the player, you can either pick up 40 skill boosts for every prediction you get right, or if we do get the 4, you get the 4, you can pick up yourself 250 skill boosts, which is absolutely amazing. So then, let's get into this week's predictions. I do have next to me, as always, the current tables and forms of the squads that we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at Leipzig versus Hoffenheim. So over in the Bundesliga first, so we've got Leipzig versus Hoffenheim. Oh my god, they're right next to each other in the league. They're 1 point difference to each other. And do you know what? I'm just going to go with the home team. They're 1 point different. They're 1 placing in the table different. And their goal difference, Hoffenheim actually have a better goal difference, which I just noticed there. But as they are the home team, guys, I am going to back the home team. You know, I don't know. I did present that question. What a hard chance this is. Can we sneak in there? Ronaldo? Ah, he's missed it. I did present the question to you guys last week. Do you think home and away makes a difference in football matches? And it was actually interesting to read all your replies, whether you thought it did or if you thought it didn't. Go on, get ahead onto that. Back post. How have we not won that when there was... We had about 3v2 in the box there. All right, can we present the next chance to us here? What have we got here? Cristiano Ronaldo. Easy as you like. 3 out of the 3. Right then, moving on to the second prediction. I believe we are going over to the Serie B, I think, at least. Let me just double check this before we get ahead of ourselves. No, we're going over to the Serie A. We have Juventus versus Napoli. So we have first and second place battling off against each other in the league. Both undefeated in their last 6 fixtures. I'm going to go with the home team again. Napoli, they're leading the way in the Serie A right now. Juventus, I beg your pardon. Napoli are 4 points behind. So if Napoli do beat Juventus this weekend, that would leave a very interesting end to the Serie A. 4 points difference. So if they do get a win, that'll put the difference between first and second down to 1 point. And their goal difference for both the teams are very, very respectable. Juve are currently on plus 60 goals. Napoli are currently on plus 45. So they're both absolute goal machines. Both of them have very nice attacks as well. Right, moving on then. I think we are moving over. We're moving over to the Serie B. That's how it's pronounced. Always sounds weird, doesn't it? Because you always say Serie A and it just rolls, almost as if it's one word, just rolls off the tongue. But we're going over to the Serie B this time round. First time for matchups again, I believe. We've got Foggia versus Barry. Just, that sounds so British, doesn't it? Barry. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Foggia. Right, where are Foggia in the table? Foggia are 9th, and they're playing Barry, or Barry, who are 6th. So we're getting 6th versus 9th. 6 difference. Do you know what, guys? I think I might go for a draw. I am. I'm going to do it. I've already locked it in. Before I thought about it too much, I did want to just get a draw selected in there. They're close in the table. They're only 5 points away from each other as well. So anything could happen. Well, I say anything could happen in this fixture. Anything could happen in any fixture in football. That's just one thing that we're all aware of. But last week we went for a draw and we managed to get the one and only draw correct. So, or was there 2? Maybe there was 2. But one of the draws that we went for, guys, came in correct, which was absolutely awesome. Finally then, guys, we are going to the Championship for the 4th fixture of this week's matchup. We have Derby versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, who are 5th. Derby, who are 7th. This is a huge game for Derby to try and get themselves into the playoffs. Middlesbrough, equally as huge for them. They are going to be trying to stay in the playoff position. Derby are coming back from 2 back-to-back defeats. Middlesbrough have won 2 out of their last 3 games. They're away from home, guys, but I'm going to go for Middlesbrough on this one. I'm going to go for Middlesbrough. They're away from home, but they're going to be going all guns. I mean, I suppose both teams are going to be going for all guns. But they're away from home. They're not quite in the playoffs yet. We're coming towards the end of the season. It's a now or never 3-point game for them. I mean, you could argue the same for Middlesbrough. That was awful from me. Come on, these chances are always bad. There we are, front post. There it is. I think that's Cristiano Ronaldo. What a header. So there we have it then, guys. We've got our 4 fixtures of this week's matchups predicted, and I'm hoping we haven't done 4 out of 4 for quite a while. So we're doing Middlesbrough away from home. Serie B, we're going for a draw. Serie A, we're going for a Ventus home win, and then in the Bundesliga we are going for Leipzig versus Hoffenheim. Leipzig going to be picking up that result. And then if I was to go for Upamecano, I think looks really nice. Don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly there. I think I would go for him over Gnabry if we were to get the 4 out of the 4, because there have already been a few matchup strikers already this season. I think it'd be nice to go and get a matchup centre-back. But that, guys, is going to wrap things up for this video. They are the 4 fixtures. Let me just triple check there are already 4 fixtures. Back to 4 fixtures this week by EA then. 4 fixtures presented to us by EA to try and predict, and they are the results that I am personally going for. I think the results are going to come in having looked at the tables, having looked at the club's recent form. That is what I think is going to happen. If you've gone with the same as me, let me know down in the comments. If you've gone differently to me, I'm always interested to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Let me know what did you do differently to me, and why do you think that result's going to be different to what I've gone. Always very, very interested to see what other people's opinions are in football. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and until my next one, I'll be speaking to you guys later. Take care.